Your Drippy's home, Drippy's home, yeah. You already know it's your boy Drip Drip, the recommended maker. If you know the vibe, shit like I'm shop, so do best for it. No stress, no, I'm out of breath, man. We live right now on Twitch, man. So make sure you go check out the Twitch. Check out the social media as well. Google me, DriPPie360. You feel what I'm saying? Without no further ado, let's get into it. Video. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get it. Yeah.
The following program is rated TV MA. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, so first off, right? First off, you see me in a bonnet, you feel what I'm saying? When a nigga say I'm out the way, this is what I mean. I be out the way, you feel what I'm saying? But that's beside the point, man. We reacted to Young Philly is finished. I'm seeing all this shit on social media, Twitter and all that shit, talking about like accusations and all that stuff, but I'm not familiar. But luckily, I got my boys Abba and Preach tagged up, you feel what I'm saying? So we gonna get into it. Not into it, but to do it.
Friends are not coming to your defense when nobody around you is.
Silence radio.
The people you all came up
He'll
with,
have
somebody
give
going behind closed doors to say, yo, listen, stay away from this one. He might have really done it. That just don't speak well about you. No. It doesn't speak well about your relationships with people, and it doesn't speak well about how you're perceived by all the people around you.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Popular musician and YouTuber from the UK, known as Young Philly, has been extradited from Queensland to WA, accused of serious sexual allegations following an incident in Perth.
That's right, Laura, and it's serious. He's facing 4 counts of
penetration without consent. 3 counts of assault,
bodily harm, and 1 count of impeding a person's normal breathing or circulation. Detectives say the 29.
Bruv, that is a ape, like orangutan ape cake. That we're gonna call it that, but they gave the specific accounts of it. And, you know, the amount, usually it comes with amounts and different amounts of time that they will be facing. And they'll total that up, and then you'll get your full sentence.
Your old man sick.
Correct.
That's tough.
I don't think this guy's a Jedi.
No.
I don't think he's just here like,
Yeah.
this man's not Darth Sidious. I think if she couldn't breathe, it's because he was choking her.
Yeah.
That's bad.
A woman in her 20s in his
20s
hotel room after he performed an event in Hillary's on Saturday, September 28.
All right, so is
Bro, this should be dangerous, chat.
Stuck over there till December. He's not allowed to leave Western Australia until he's stood trial. Apparently, the police officers have strong CCTV evidence for why they justify themselves making the extradition and the arrest, as well as photos and videos of the young girl's injuries to her body and to her neck. So, start off at the beginning. These are allegations. They haven't been proven true.
Oh,
If
of
you don't
course.
know who Young Philly is a very popular content creator and a semi-popular music artist. He's currently on tour right now, so he's performing. He does his songs in different places. You might
Blood
know Beta Squad,
clot.
the work he's done with Chunks.
Sidemen.
And he's been on BBC. He's done a whole bunch of television shows. Let me just say, his life's pretty much over. But I can tell you, all of his TV contracts, all the commercials, all the brand deals, which he makes most of his money.
That's dropped.
It's over.
It's good.
Places like the UK where they don't play with allegations like that. For someone like him who is so mainstream and relying on that to make 90% of his money, that's just pretty much done.
I don't think it's over yet, y'all. But they already told, like, it's so much that I don't know about the story. But, again, this is off of accusations. So right now, as I feel right now, it's not over yet. We had to really get into the deep of the details and really figure out what's really been going on. They probably know more than I do. You feel what I'm saying? And, yeah, when you hear all about this, like, professionally, it's not a good look. Respectfully, it's not a good look. Now, as people, you know, everybody's going to pick sides. Everybody's going to pick and choose. Now, if he's found innocent and it's actually proven like it wasn't something that, you know, they're accusing him for and trying to find him guilty for, then that's different. But we still got to get the more information to see what really was been going down, right?
Young Philly has a long history of being weird around women, apparently.
Apparently.
We're gonna examine some of that, take a look at it towards the end. I personally know quite a lot of creators who've either worked with him consistently, or know a lot about him through being in the UK scene. And most of them, all of them have negative things to say about him.
That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. What I know is that from all the people I know who I've interacted with him, they all say a lot of the same little things. He's very aggressive with ladies.
Aggressive, yeah. That's the only thing
and
that
they all
I've
say
heard.
He's incredibly arrogant and very like pompous when
Type
the cameras
shit.
are off, and he's just very mean towards people.
Gotcha.
And these are people
heard
I
that.
respect very well. These are people who work with him consistently. So when a lot of the people around you are all saying, "I'm not surprised."
Yeah.
There's like, and the
"I'm
only reason why,
surprised, but I'm not
the only reason why I think I know this is because I've seen the fallouts that he's had, and then the rekindling and the fallouts. I think he used to do Sidemen, if I'm not mistaken, but for some reason, like some of the relationships didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? And behind the scenes, they come on camera and they handle it and they hold down their business and shit like that. But then, like behind the scenes, off camera, he was arguing and a lot of tension and stuff. So like.
surprise.
Yeah.
It's not his fault though, but
Chunk.
there's those two sides to the story.
Shit. It's been like, oh.
Yeah.
Want a new career but don't have
There's those two sides to the
experience?
story.
Prior to the Google UX design certificate, I didn't have any.
Him. Young Philly doing the silly with his Willie moving like young Diddy. It's not bad.
That was good.
I'll take that.
Yo.
The one that was most telling to me was that 4 months ago there was a post talking about how he is with fans on tour, and in the post a lot of people were leaving comments, and I didn't care for most of them, but there was one of them that was like interesting. I mean, some of these are just arrogance. Like he goes here and like someone says, "Yes, he tried to make me and my friends guess how much money he makes yearly, and when we said we had boyfriends, he called us dead things anyways." So it was one of them ones where. But here's the one that really stood out to me. The way he was acting in Australia was outrageous. And then someone else replies, "What happened?" And then the original poster says, "He bit my homegirl outside the club." Now, mind you, this is 4 or 5 months ago before any of this kind of stuff surfaced.
With the crying
and
eyes,
over
though.
the years, there was talk of him being involved with an underage person. There's a lot of little things like that. And overall, the vibe that he gives off, as well as what people say about him, is he's a bit of a... I don't know if sex pest is the right term, but the dude is...
Sex pests. Sex.
You know what I mean? Somebody just be on it all the time.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. I've heard that a
good
few times.
But that's good.
That is.
Listen to the question, babe, yeah?
So there's no other brothers or sisters.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's
Weird to see
crazy.
someone's hair during your
That's
interview.
crazy.
But it's just like, the
Unless you
thing-
actually know them and you
Like, there's a
got
lot
that
of
kind of. For me, if you know them and you got that kind of like chemistry type shit, then you're just geeking up, blah blah blah, flirt or whatever. But that right there, I feel like they're strangers.
that we look back on
With Diddy.
With Diddy was like, and now that we know everything that we know, we look back at it and we're like, oh.
Yeah.
But when this happened, we probably would say like, that's a bit odd, isn't it? That's a bit off, right? But when we know what we know, it's like,
Yeah. I mean, part of his humorous stick
Yeah,
was
humor.
being like a horny dog. That was part of his persona. It was.
And so you
For some
you
people,
commit
that's
to the
funny.
character.
I always thought it was a bit cringe.
You can't break
That
character.
was his
You
bit.
stuck
Him and
with
the
it.
other guy, the Panero dude, they would just often be really horny, like sexually aggressive with ladies. And for them, that was what was funny for the fans. But the reality was, it was always a bit awkward if you're a well-adjusted person.
Look good as well. What's that? Oof, you're on jiggles as well. Oof.
But they turn it. They you gotta peep though. They're reciprocating the energy though. Like you feel what I'm saying?
A bit closer to me, Emily, I just think. And your name is?
Gracie,
Emily and Gracie, ladies and gentlemen. Got great skin, by the way.
a tortoise.
Reflection.
You gotta read body language, Hakeem.
Okay. Look, we're holding hands now, see? Now that
Look, she's shaking her head.
Oh, you're a strong, independent man.
Okay, she closed now. You gotta read the body language, bro.
Ooh, yeah? White gals tick as well. Look after you.
Oh, you're amazing.
Don't hide. Come here. Ooh,
But
my
like in a situation like that, you can't really force yourself on. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times women don't want to embarrass guys or feel like they have to be the aggressor. So like they'll sit in their comfort or they'll sit in like that space, but it doesn't mean that they're comfortable in that space. You feel what I'm saying? But it's more so like you got to be welcoming. You can't like, yeah, you make the first move, but you gotta at least give some space for them to show like they want to reciprocate. You feel me? Unless you got that, like I said, you got that chemistry already, but you can't just be like, yeah, now you hooked on like this. Like, y'all don't even know each other for real. You feel what I'm saying? You got like at least open it up and you gotta open it up and allow that rejection. That you feel what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Like,
I mean, like, it's part of his brand. He's a bit of a horn dog.
I see what you're saying.
Again, in a vacuum,
he obviously marketing pretty girls.
It is just a bit weird behavior, in my opinion.
It is.
And to be fair, now this makes a lot of sense to me because I've seen like podcast clips of him talking about how he talks to women really badly. And like for clarification, I didn't take anything to heart. I don't want anyone to be like, oh my God, what a horrible guy. So we're like exchanging DMs back and forth. I was 20 at this point.
I was
20.
16 or so.
And then he like finds my YouTube videos and he's like sending me pictures of myself in my videos, like telling me he didn't like what I was wearing or like he didn't how I looked in that video. And then like I can't remember what I responded.
Not a crime. Fucking off, bro.
Isn't it weird?
Yo,
I've been doing this.
Not a crime. Not a crime. God damn.
Okay, hold on. Let's keep listening.
Yo, j'aime pas ce que tu portes là. Ferme ta gueule, G.
To a girl you're like chatting?
Girl, you're...
Okay, I was about to say to a girl that you're chatting, so we understand. I had to make sure we was on the same page. To a girl that you're just chatting, of course not. A girl that you're considering and being serious with, and y'all on the same page with that, maybe so. A lady that you're working towards, or having a deeper connection with, and putting some time in, definitely.
That's weird.
A girl you just chatting.
I responded, but I like tried to just be like, oh, haha. And then he sent me like the most brutal message being like, look, you seem like a lovely girl, but like, honestly, I just could not be any less interested in you. So I'm not going to let you waste your time.
So they were taking it there.
Oh my
I bet you felt so humble.
I never wanted to show my face ever again. I was with Lewis in the car and I was like, what on earth? And I was like, why respond to me that? Like, why keep the conversation going with me then? Like, if you were just going to say that.
Okay, so basically he's
they were
like
there.
Every people commenting on posts that you're like, well, why don't you just shut the fuck up then? He's acting like some people that are watching their videos and then commenting.
But when I told you this guy is very entitled and arrogant, and that's what people around him say, and this is what these people in the clips are saying, this is just a reflection of what happened. Right. Everything that I've been told before, I see videos of how he is behind. Like,
let's just say I had a girlfriend, hypothetically, yeah? And I know one of her biggest insecurities was her weight, yeah? And she showed me a red dress and she showed me a blue dress, yeah? I'm not saying this is good how I am. I need to work on it. She showed me a red dress and a blue dress. And I knew in the blue dress she looked a bit fat, but she really liked the red dress more. I would actually say to her, baby, look a bit fat in that blue dress.
Right.
Because do you know what? Do you know why I would?
It don't make no sense,
my train of thought. I do believe it's wrong though, but the only reason I'd say that is because I don't want her to now wear this one because she didn't hear her insecurity in that one. Do you get what I'm saying? Or maybe I just need to work on.
You're doing way too much to show someone's insecurity. You're doing way too much.
But does any of this mean he did that? There's a bit of social retardation when I see this guy. And just the way he behaves, it's just like, what's wrong with you?
He wasn't be degrading.
Like, are you maladjusted? And then it makes sense to me why you would choke somebody out and then beat them after a show, even though you got all the money, you have access to all women who would do it with you consensually. It makes sense to me why you would force yourself on somebody because you're just like a socially weird person. Like you are entitled and arrogant.
It's a power thing.
Yeah,
there's a power thing there.
Yeah.
There's definitely a way where he wants to have power over you where I need to tell you your insecurities. No, especially if he didn't ask. Yeah, she asked which one is better.
It didn't make no sense.
Well, answer the question. That one is better. You know what I mean? Not which one is better. You're ugly and fat in that one.
Thank you.
You're talking about the thing is the comparison. The comparison was a red dress and a blue dress. If we're gonna talk about the colors, why are you talking about? You feel me? Is there two different dresses for you to say? It don't make no sense. But it's like I said, it's degrading, dog. It's just degrading.
To me, this is one of them situations where
it's off topic.
Obviously, this is going to
But,
be something that's
you
going to
know,
be litigated in court. But as far as his career goes, it's done for.
I think.
And
But
there's
it
no
pushes the point.
situation I've ever been in with a girl where I was just leaving bruises all over her body and all over her neck. That's not normal, even in a consensual situation. Someone you just met, for you to be out there, either you're one of the biggest dumb fucks
for a consensual situation, it makes sense.
I've ever met in my life, and you just leave random marks on women you barely know. Okay,
Oh,
which is
barely
a
know is
crazy
crazy.
proposition,
Yeah.
even in a consensual context.
Yeah, even consensual. But I mean,
Hey, if you're an active
I mean, if there's ways that people do it, I don't think it's normal personally. Damn near, I don't think hookup culture is it should be normalized. You know what I'm saying? But obviously it is, and you know we make those adjustments to making it possible. My thing is though, let me skip this genre real quick. My thing is though, people have NDAs and they have consent forms and all that stuff, so it's like it's more convenient that way for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And they get to do whatever the fuck they want as long as it's within those guidelines, and that's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Not saying I agree with it though.
Whereas, like, if you're gonna be fucking fans on tour, you're gonna be doing this stuff, man, make sure everything is right. Because all you people
That's
just
what I'm
out here
saying.
just taking chances in front of cameras,
Taking hella
odds
chances.
are very likely this guy did this stuff, and everybody I know who heard about this said he probably did it. So
That's crazy.
Bad look,
when your
man.
friends are not coming to your defense, when nobody around you is,
That's a bad job.
Silence radio.
the people you all came up with, some of them even going behind closed doors to say, yo, listen, stay away from this one. He might have really done it. That just don't speak well about you.
No.
It doesn't speak well about your relationships with people, and it doesn't speak well about how you're perceived by all the people around you. So that's where I stand with this.
If you gotta go on tour and sleep with these girls, don't.
If you gotta go on tour, find your wife first,
Doesn't have
bruh.
to be a
Fuck all
girl
that,
that's-
bruh.
It's just,
No, it's not.
At
you
this
just
point,
can't be
bruh.
entitled. If just because she a groupie, you know, if it come to a point where she's in bed but she says no, then you just gotta let it.
The thing is, that shit listen. When you go in, when you opening yourself up to the world and to be publicly accessible in that manner, especially in an abundance, I feel like that's when God was like, as you walk through the valleys of the shadows of death. That's what he's talking about right there. That's what he's talking about. That in the Bible, that's what they're talking about. That's the valley of shadows of death. When you opening yourself up to this world and you allowing, you know what I'm saying? You indulging and enjoying the pleasures and everything that has to offer. You gotta understand, you're walking through the valleys of the shadows of death. You're walking, you meeting evil face to face. You feel what I'm saying?
Go.
And you just got to carry those principles.
There's gonna be another group.
That's more of a reason why you got to carry the principles of a God-fearing man, because it's not just for God glory and praise, but it's also to keep you out of harm's way, to keep you safe from evil. You feel me?
Be at the next show.
That's a good bar. Did you hear yourself?
No, but
I didn't even hear him.
you can't be entitled. If just because she a groupie, you know, if it come to a point where she's in bed but she says no, then you just gotta let it go. There's gonna be
You say
another
no, you
groupie
gotta
at
let
the
it go.
next
Of
show.
course, that's what I'm saying. Open up the rejection, bro. That shit is always good, bro.
Did you hear yourself?
That shit is always
but-
good, bro.
Just there's gonna be a groupie at the next event.
As much as
me
that shit
finding out you do
sucks.
the sex pest liking 15-year-old girls' pictures and stuff like that. It's
That's
just
crazy,
one of them
man.
situations where I'm like, why? There's so many people you got access to, but it's the entitlement. It's the same entitlement that makes them say all that foul shit to people. It's the same entitlement that makes them acting crazy to people. It's the same entitlement that makes them think you can be a famous person and just liking 15-year-old tweets. Or talking to 17-year-olds on a regular basis as a 30-year-old. Or, you know what I mean?
crazy.
Just doing all this like gross shit where you just sniffing with
That's weird.
just
It
like-
just makes sense, bro. Like me, I'm 26, bro. I'm not, and I say this all the time, bro. I'm 26. I don't date anybody or fuck with anybody that's under 23, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And that's pushing it. I know we adults, and as I get older, that age gap kind of opens up a little more. But like, give these girls some air, bro. Let them grow. Let them develop, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let them actually figure out who they are. A lot of times, young women, boys and girls, just be doing shit, and you know what I'm saying? They don't know really what the fuck they doing, like literally. you sometimes you gotta let them breathe, right? What is a couple 4 or 5 years going to hurt? It's not going to hurt anything, man. Let them live it up a little bit. Let them enjoy their young adult, their youthhood. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
same thing. But this shit catches up with you eventually. You know, somewhere out there, I guarantee you, a man named LV General is just loving his best life.
Who's LV General?
And you may not know the lore. This is probably one of my favorite bits of lore that I know for no fucking reason. But LV General is the guy who Young Philly came up with when they first started. Okay. And then Young Philly got rid of him because LV is a little bit crazy. And LV's always been bitter about that. But now he's seeing Young Philly get to the top and then go to prison. Yo.
I haven't heard that nigga in a long time. I haven't heard that shit in a long ass time.
I told you, man.
Yo.
Australian prison gotta be crazy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's gonna be out there in cellmates with fucking giant spiders and snakes that look like humans.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. In Australian prison, you don't gotta worry about other men when you drop the soap. Yeah. Imagine if a spider went up your ass.
Oh yeah,
100%.
You gonna be shitting cobwebs and everything.
100%.
Yeah. Every time you go to sleep, prison starts good night and just.
I thought I was supposed to be alone in my cell. You are.
Just like 100 eyes glowing in the dark and shit like that.
I was supposed to be alone in my cell.
That's worse.
Yo.
Just ramping you up, just preparing you for
these tough niggas just going out to the courtyard, middle prison shift, right? Just chilling all the inmates, and then there's just a kangaroo just jumping around like, yo, who wants these hands?
Yeah, who wants this? And you know what, kangaroo gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, I seen kangaroos kick people and send them flying.
A kangaroo is a jacked up reindeer.
Yeah. Honestly, if I get arrested by Australian police, I already know I'm going to jail. First off, I can't even say not guilty. Nobody understands their English. Secondly, you just know that once you get to jail, it's going to be the worst situation possible. 100%. Because all these other inmates who are like gangsters or selling drugs will come up to you, say some shit. I Australia cunt. And you're like, hey, bro, just...
Well, the worst thing than going to jail is going in the bush.
Well, tell me about that. They got bushes in jail in Australia?
The bush is the middle part of Australia.
Okay.
Where the sun try to kill you.
Ooh.
Where everything else tries to kill you.
Yeah.
They got big spiders. They got small spiders.
Yeah.
You know what a brown recluse is?
Well, isn't Australia where the British Empire sent all their criminals and whores?
Yeah, they're basically Australia was a prison.
Yeah. Okay. See, so there you have it. Since you love horse so much, enjoy.
Yeah.
You fit right in amongst them criminals.
They making jokes, man. This shit not funny.
Goodbye.
God,
this shit not funny.
Ruthless.
See, for me, bro, that's just like a revelation. You feel what I'm saying? Stay away, bro. Feel me? Be safe out here, everybody. You feel me? Be careful. You feel me?